7. The next morning, Tiny frantically flew into the greenhouse. Rose, something's wrong with the pigs. They won't wake up. Rose's eyes widened. She followed Tiny to the stable, and sure enough, the horse and the pigs were all still sleeping. Are they sick? Rose asked, concerned. She knew the animals didn't wake up. They'd starved to death. Sick to their stomachs, maybe, Tiny said. She lowered to the pigs' feeding tub. I saw 3 rats put something in their food. Rose walked to the tub and noticed something strange but familiar in the food. She picked some up and moved it around in the sun. Rose gasped. The sparkly stuff was sunset herb. If anyone ate it, they'd sleep without an end. With no end. Sunset herb, she said. Those rats are crazy, Azul said. Sunset herb is extremely dangerous. Tiny was concerned. Can you help them, she begged. Rose smiled with comfort for Tiny. Fortunately, yes. Back home, if someone ate sunset herb by mistake, we made a rose tonic to wake them up. Tika said, but I don't have iron roses here. Rose smiled a comfort smile at Tika. They do, in the greenhouse. Saji smiled. I'm sure Antonio won't mind if we use them. Rose nodded. I'll go ask. As she started to leave, Tika called her name. Rose, about the prince. Rose turned around. Yes? Tika avoided her gaze. Never mind. Rose looked at Tika hard. Are you sure? She asked Tika on. As Rose made her way to the palace, she noticed the villagers unable to wake up their pets. Unable to wake their pets up. When she reached the palace, she knocked on the door. The butler answered. May I please speak to Prince Antonio? She asked. The butler shook his head. I'm sorry, miss. The queen, but the king requests the prince not to be disturbed. Rose sighed. At least she could give him a message another way. Please, tell him I can help. I can make a healing tongue from the animals, she said. No exceptions, the butler said, then he closed the door. Rose said, when they got to the greenhouse, some guards were waiting, and without another word, they took Rose, Saji, Azul, and Tika to the dungeon. The king wants you to be here. Rose couldn't try to argue. Antonia was her only hope. Azul sadly held the bars of the cage. Look how low I've sunk. A royal bird vanquished in the dungeon. Tika looked at Rose scared. Are we really prisoners? Just then, a guard slid a tray of food under the cage. Food for the prisoners. And so said, I'd rest my case. Rose got, please, let me talk to Prince Antonio. If the animals don't wake up soon, they'll die. The guard snapped. You should have thought about that before you animals got them sick. Rose shook her head from ears. But they didn't, she cried. Rose only heard the gates closing, and Zul was eating the food. Now I know why people escape from the dungeon. The food is terrible. Rose's eyes widened. She thought there was a sunset herb in there. You're not eating that, are you? She cried anxiously. How could you be so foolish? Saji agreed. Zul realized, please, do you really think I'd be dumb enough to eat food with sunset herb? Just then a Caesar shot through Azul and he fell asleep. Rose gasped and quickly ran over to the peacock. Azul! Azul! Nothing happened. Rose sadly picked Azul up and sat down on the bench. Well, that's the end of chapter 7, you guys. So, what is going to happen to Azul and all the other animals? Comment and subscribe, and we shall find